In the 42nd millennium, humanity faces an unending struggle against the ever-encroaching forces of chaos. Yet, amidst the despair, the Emperor, entombed within the Golden Throne, remains a beacon of hope for the Imperium. Though his physical form is a shell, his psychic presence echoes across the Imperium, a testament to the unity he forged during the Great Crusade. Long ago, when humanity was fractured and became prisoner of its own by petty squabbles, the Emperor, driven by a vision of galactic dominance, led humanity beyond the stars, conquering worlds and forging an empire that spanned the cosmos. Over 50,000 years before the 42nd millennium, humanity faced a threat from within. The warp, a chaotic realm of energy, had begun to poison the universe, spawning daemons and corrupting psykers. Facing extinction, thousands of ancient shamans, masters of reincarnation, sacrificed themselves in a desperate ritual. Their combined essence birthed a single powerful being, the new man, destined to become humanity's ultimate protector. The Emperor was not just a man. He was immortal, with unmatched psychic power and a mind capable of understanding the universe itself. But he chose to remain hidden, quietly guiding humanity as they grew into a galactic power during the dark age of technology. For a time, humanity thrived. They mastered the stars, creating magnificent cities, advanced technology, and artificial intelligence called the Men of Iron. But this golden age did not last long. Shortly after, warp storms erupted across the galaxy, cutting off human colonies and leaving them isolated for millennia. This was the Age of Strife, also called the Old Night, a period of chaos and despair. Without guidance, humanity splintered. Planets fell into barbarism, ruled by tyrants and warlords. Demons spilt from the warp, and psykers, those with psychic powers, became both a blessing and a curse, often leading to demonic possessions. On Terra, humanity's cradle, the once mighty Earth was a wasteland of techno-barbarian tribes fighting endless wars. It was amidst this despair that the new man made his appearance. The new man came forward as the Emperor and sought to unite humanity. First goal was to unite Terra. With the world fractured by warlords, he created an army of genetically enhanced warriors called the Thunder Warriors. They were brutal and powerful, perfectly suited for the bloodshed needed to reclaim the planet. For decades, the Emperor led the Unification Wars, defeating one warlord after another. His psychic powers and unmatched intellect made him unstoppable, and soon Terra was united under his rule. But the Emperor knew that Terra alone was not enough. To rebuild humanity, he needed the resources and knowledge of Mars, the Red Planet. Mars was home to the Mechanicum, a powerful group of tech priests who worshipped machines as gods. The Emperor allied with them, allowing the Mechanicum to continue their faith in exchange for their vast technological power. This alliance would form the foundation of the Imperium of Man. Following the unification of Terra and Mars, a monumental scientific undertaking known as the Primarch Project commenced in the 30th millennium with the goal of creating a new breed of superhuman warriors. The Emperor created 20 unique superhuman genomes using his own genetic code. How he did this without cloning remains a mystery to Imperial science, but theory says he first created a master template of his own DNA. Then he further refined this template into 20 distinct sets of genetic code, each destined to become a Primarch. These 20 superhuman sons would be the leaders of his armies, each embodying a unique aspect of leadership, strategy, or warfare. But Chaos, ever watchful, sought to thwart his plans. The four Chaos gods interfered with the project. They scattered the gestation capsules containing the Primarchs across the galaxy, casting them into distant human colonies. Despite this, the Emperor pressed on. He used the genetic material from the Primarchs to create the Space Marines, a superhuman warriors who would serve as the backbone of his armies. The Great Crusade began after 5,000 years of chaos of the Age of Strife. During this time, warp storms isolated humanity on different worlds. However, these storms subsided when the Aeldari race fell, and the Chaos god Slaanesh was born. This allowed the Emperor to begin his conquest. With the Thunder Warriors retired and replaced by Space Marines, and the Mechanacum supplying his fleets, the Emperor began reclaiming the galaxy. His goal was simple: to unite all of humanity under one banner, end the interhuman conflicts of the Age of Strife, and eliminate the threats of Chaos and Xenos. World by world, the Emperor's armies marched. Some planets welcomed his rule, while others resisted, forcing the Space Marines to bring them into compliance. The galaxy trembled before the Emperor's vision. As the Great Crusade progressed, the Emperor began to find his lost sons. Each Primarch had grown into a leader in the worlds where they had landed, shaping their societies into reflections of their personalities. Horus was the first Primarch to be found. A brilliant general and charismatic leader, Horus quickly became the Emperor's most trusted and beloved son. Together, they reclaimed countless worlds and kept finding other scattered Primarchs. And the legions under Horus's command grew stronger with every victory. The crusade reached its zenith during the Olinar campaign. The Emperor and Horus led a massive force against Erlak Erg, a powerful orc warboss commanding one of the largest orc empires ever seen. The battle was fierce, but the Emperor and Horus emerged victorious, securing one of the greatest triumphs of the crusade. After the victory, the Emperor named Horus the War Master, placing him in command of the crusade, while the Emperor returned to Terra to focus on a secret project: the construction of the Golden Throne. This device would allow humanity to navigate the warp and ensure its future prosperity safely. The Great Crusade should have marked the beginning of humanity's golden age, but Chaos had other plans. The Chaos gods whispered to Horus, preying on his ambition and insecurities. In 31st Millennium, Horus turned against the Emperor, leading half the Space Marine legions into rebellion. This betrayal plunged the Imperium into the Horus Heresy, a civil war that tore the galaxy apart. The Great Crusade ended in the 14th year of 31st Millennium with the Siege of Terra. Horus led his forces to the Emperor's palace, and in a final climactic battle, the Emperor confronted his fallen son. Though the Emperor defeated Horus, he was mortally wounded and was placed on the Golden Throne, where he remains to this day, psychically guiding humanity. Though the Great Crusade ended in tragedy, the Emperor's vision lives on. The Imperium of Man, though battered and flawed, continues to fight for survival in the grim darkness of the 41st Millennium.